All right, welcome back to the channel. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. is either playing with the dome of Gervonta Davis, or he is really trying to sign Devin Haney because it would be a very, very good move for him, or both. And I have a suspicion that is more one than it is the other, and it's probably not both. But let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, man. Boxing is a sport that one of the things about boxing that you regularly get, and I think you get, makes it one of the things that I like about boxing more than I like about other sports is that with boxing, you always get new teams, right? In basketball, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, and I've been stuck in misery as a Chicago Bulls fan for the last 24 years. So more than half of my life, I have been, because from 12, I was miserable as a Bulls fan until about 1984. And then I got miserable from 1996 on. You don't have that in boxing. In boxing, what you do is you get times when there's a lot of really good fighters that pop up into the same weight class, right? New ones come, old ones go. And what we have at the lightweight division right now, I think, is an opportunity to really have a golden era in the lightweight division if it was possible to make all the fights that are taking place, that could take place in lightweight. Two of the most significant guys that I'm talking about in this scenario are Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney. Gervonta Tank Davis out of the great city, if not slightly violent city of Baltimore, Maryland. And you have way on the West Coast, you have the WBC champion, Devin Haney, I think he's from the Bay Area. I think that's San Francisco, but somebody can let me know. I think that's the Bay Area in California. I'm not a California guy, so the geography of California kind of throws me off. But I know he's a California dude living in Las Vegas. And since he moved to Las Vegas, I think he moved to Las Vegas relatively early, or at least he was going over there, because the whole time that he, for a long time, I think since the time he was around 9 years old, and definitely through the early part of his career, he was in Las Vegas training with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr., who also happens to be the promoter of Gervonta Davis. Since this Corona thing is kicked off, and people have been quarantined, we've seen Floyd Mayweather Jr. doing a lot of working out with fighters, a lot of giving, training with fighters, giving them pointers. Whatever he's doing in there has been a big hoopla around it. And the biggest hoopla that has been caused has been the fact that Devin Haney has been in the Mayweather gym working with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, people that are familiar with the Mayweather Boxing Gym, their YouTube channel, or older videos that people used to do when they would go by Mayweather Gym and just get videos of people in the locker room, would know that Devin Haney has been has been at Mayweather Boxing Gym for a long time and worked out there on a regular basis. So there really shouldn't be any surprise at all that he would be over there. Now, Gervonta Davis took it a little sideways, said that they're both adversaries and he wouldn't mind whooping both of them. So there's a lot of hoopla or whatever. But after that, Floyd Mayweather Jr. then, from what I can see, right, that, continued to spend more time with Devin Haney. I think there's, there's video of him actually taking Devin Haney I won't call it his house. That would be an insult to what he's living in. Took Devin Haney to his mansion. I think I also saw pictures of him and Devin Haney maybe on a jet. So clearly doing a lot of the things with Devin Haney that you saw early in Gervonta Davis's career, Floyd Mayweather Jr. doing with Gervonta Davis. So the question is, and it's a reasonable question, is what is this about? Is it about Floyd Mayweather Jr. teasing and playing with the emotions of Gervonta Davis? Or is it a serious effort for Floyd Mayweather Jr. to sign Devin Haney? Or is it just that they've always known each other and that's just what it is? They just kind of kick it like that on occasion. My personal belief is, and I think the smartest thing for Floyd Mayweather Jr. to do and Devin Haney to do, is for Devin Haney to come to some type of prearrangement for a joint promotional type of venture. And the reason that I say that is, and I say number one, I say most likely a joint promotional thing, is that Devin Haney, although he signed with Eddie Hearn and DAZN, it's clear that his father, Bill Haney, and he had an eye on the model of business that Floyd Mayweather Jr. Embarked on in his career, in the later portion of his career, which is to be a self-promoter and to have your own quote unquote brand. Devin Haney was on, I think he was definitely, I know he was on Trill Boxing Talk. And one of the times that he's on Trill Boxing Talk, he talked about some of the requirements or some of the limitations in the agreement that he has with Matchroom. And it said that, hey, if Matchroom can't match, at least this is the way that I'm interpreting it from what he said. I didn't actually see the agreement, but he said, hey, if somebody can pay us money that these guys can't match, then we're free to go take the fight. Well, seeing as that should not be a very difficult feat to make pretty soon, because DAZN, and I've done videos on it. You can check out the videos that are up there about DAZN. Eddie Hearn, and the best video to look at it to tell you that I'm telling the truth is a video where Eddie Hearn tried to debunk conversations about DAZN being in trouble, and you can hear and every bit of his denial is followed up by an affirmation. Yeah, it's really hard out here on these streets on DAZN. Like, it's hard on everybody. Of course, if you have a streaming service that only deals in live sports and there are no live sports to have, hey, they're going to suffer. Well, yeah, no duh. But so Eddie Hearn is saying, hey, we also have in addition to the fact that you have a corona issue, they also have a pay structure that is very, very high. Devin Haney, I do believe, is one of those guys that are getting paid a lot of money for fights that are not necessarily generating the type of revenue to support the money that is made. I think that is a fair assertion. And I think that is something that Devin Haney and his father would be wise to keep track of. And the safe haven, I believe that the safe haven for those fighters is going to wind up being in a situation like the PBC. And not everybody that would be over DAZN has the opportunity and the ability to do that. I think that obviously Devin Haney, because his relationships with Floyd Mayweather Jr., I think he has the opportunity to do that. Now, another reason aside from, that's the reason for Devin to consider it. But the reason for Floyd to consider it is significant as well. Devin Haney has a bit of an upside, I think, over Gervonta Davis. A bit of an upside. And I think that is the weight that he can fight at. Gervonta Davis is, and I don't care what anybody says, respect anybody that says differently. Yeah, man, Devin Haney is a star, man. Gervonta Davis is a star. You're selling out stadiums in New York. You're selling out stadiums in LA, selling them out in Florida, and was it LA? No, New York, Baltimore, LA, and Atlanta. If for you to be able to sell out crowds in all of those different areas, dude, you're a star. You are hard pressed to find many fighters in boxing that can do that. I don't know if Terrence Crawford probably can't do that. To sell out in LA, sell out himself with no significant fights to support. He can sell out in LA, sell out in Baltimore, sell out in Omaha, and sell out in Atlanta. I don't know if he's able to pull that off, dude. And Gervonta Davis has that knockout style that is, that people really want to see. I was listening to a Little Baby song. I wouldn't know who he was if my son wasn't listening. And I hear him talk about hard hitter like Gervonta Davis. This dude's his name is definitely out there and circulating. But his size is at 135 pounds. Because he's at 135, and I don't think he's going to go much higher than that because he's 5'5". And he's already a thick build. He's a thick build at lightweight at 5'5", 5'6". A 5'5", 5'6" welterweight, that is a tough thing. But lightweight is a money division. Welterweight is a money division as well. And I think that Devin Haney has a potential to move up into the welterweight division and become a big star in the welterweight division. And that is in a big money weight class, probably the number 2 weight class in boxing as far as the money that the fights bring historically. Number 1 is heavyweight. Number 2 is welterweight. Number 3 is either lightweight or middleweight. Just kind of depends on who the fighters are there. But I think that lightweight, probably middleweight at this point in time, because you have Canelo up there, and then lightweight is the big money divisions. So Devin Haney. So if Floyd Mayweather Jr. were to have both of them, he could have both of those guys fight in different weight classes, and that would add a lot to the offerings that Mayweather Promotions has. As far as the 2 of those guys fighting, I don't see that being something that is really something Floyd Mayweather Jr. would be particularly interested in, because he doesn't seem like his model is to have black fighters fight guys with Spanish names. That's the usual let's make the huge fight methodology of Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that is definitely panned out so far in Gervonta Davis's career. It's tough for those guys to compete with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis looks spectacular in the wins. More people come in and want to watch Gervonta Davis. Same thing I think he would do with Devin Haney. He used to not do that though. Truth be told, Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the early part of Mayweather Promotions, he used to match guys really, really tough, and it was like, hey man, it's sink or swim with you. But it seems like he might have made an adjustment, a little bit more recently. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section, and with that, I'm out. Peace.